Hello, and I'm going to jump in here. Perfect. We've got about 10 minutes to go. My name's Woody. This is Wooden Spoon Data. And yeah, we're going to watch Hawks versus Bombers. Should be a good one. Yeah, I guess we've got a bit of time up our sleeve. So let's quickly reflect on what was a great night of footy last night. Yeah, we had I couldn't believe what I saw. I hope we're in for a similar game tonight. I mean, if the Bombers can get it done over the Hawks, that'd amaze me. I think the Hawks have got it in the bag, to be honest. But look, I mean, there's been crazier things happen. We saw it last night, so anything can happen. Get everything ready. We've got about 9 minutes to go. I'm about halfway, a minute or so behind you in terms of actual watching things. So I'll let you know when the bounce goes, and yeah, we can kind of get that going together. I'm gonna get a going ready for it. Um, Perfect. Otherwise, what do we think? Is Carlton now a bottom four side? I don't think, but is Richmond not? Have we read this season wrong? That's kind of one of the questions that's up in the air at the moment. I mean, it's good to get some actual matches together so we can get a bit more of a holistic view of the AFL. I want to see where everybody's at. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So I've got that as oops, that's not up yet. We'll get that as scroller. We've got the game starting not too long. We've got 7 hour or so minutes. And then we've got it started. So come say hello, do your things, get your things ready as well. And yeah, we can line up the bout so we're in the same if you want, but otherwise try not to spoil things for me. I'm about half a minute behind you. So, Carlton, are they bottom four? Probably not. A Richmond bottom four? Maybe not. Seems like they probably would be, but who knows, right? Who knows? So, yeah, interesting results from last night. Let's see if the Bombers can pull up another upset for the week. Give me some hope for my Saints, essentially, to do the same on Sunday against Adelaide. I reckon we've got a chance, but probably not the best one. We've struggled in Adelaide. They're looking good. I like some of their inclusions in the off-season. I like some of the Saints youngsters, but they are youngsters. But yeah, we are Essendon and Hawthorn tonight. So in terms of Hawthorn's pickups, they did get St Kilda defender Josh Battle, West Coast Eagles defender Barras as well. We saw them last week. They were pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Can the Bombers match it? I didn't have them particularly high in my expectations. I didn't have Richmond higher than Carlton either. So that was a surprise, and maybe we get another. Otherwise, has everybody seen the Dan or the Richmond does footy, Dan does footy, like Richmond Orange? That whole thing's been awesome. I've loved every minute of it. So yeah, let's see if we can get some more upsets. Have we got I don't even know a ton of it. There's Herberton. I think it's Essendon Edge. I've seen them once or twice, maybe. Wonder if anybody's put on some crazy bets from those guys. We've got KO back up and running. Come say hello, that sort of thing. I'm gonna quickly do one thing. See if I can also. Right. I just want to make sure my sound's working. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So let's get into it. We've got, 5 minutes to go. Should be a good match. Yeah, I'm very excited. I think the Bombers could surprise. They've got a good starting 18. I do wonder about their depth, but like their depth is now some pretty interesting kids. So maybe where maybe we can see some surprises. They don't have as many injuries as some teams. I'll check their lineup for tonight. So we've got, in terms of new people, Jackson Pryor and Isaac Kako. Isaac Kako will be great to watch. I mean, he's been great to watch so far in the preseason. Can he kind of repeat that is the major question. We've got KO doing the last kind of run of advertising by the looks of things. So I think, I think we've basically got like 20 seconds left until it all starts going. We're probably in the final run of ads. Hopefully in the final run of ads. Sometimes it feels like they go forever, to be honest. Let's get into it. I've been kind of getting more and more nervous for my Saints as the weekend's getting closer. I've had some confidence until it's getting to now, and it's like, I'm gonna have to sit through and watch it. And all that off season, we saw what happened to Carlton. Jeez, it scares you. You don't want to be that team. You'd hate to be Rich Orange right now, little Rich Orange. Poor bloke. He's copped it. But I think he's taking it a good fact. I hope Carlton comes back a bit stronger. But yeah, maybe the Bombers can do something interesting tonight as well. I think we all expect a Hawks win, but who knows, right? We've got them ready to go. We've got what? Wheatley, Hudson, Jonathan Brown, and Nathan Buckley. Jonathan Brown is an interesting commentator sometimes. But Nathan Buckley. I think this is 4 and a bit minutes left to go. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on my end. So I think I'm a little bit behind you guys. I'll let you know when the bounce goes for me. Feel free to come in, say hello, give us your thoughts. Let us know how you find us, that sort of stuff. If you've seen us before. And let's get ready. Should be a good match. Should be a really good match. Right. I hope this is as fun as last night. I was jumping out of my seat. I was sitting in Cardi's chat for a little bit, and I just kind of remembered, basically, as soon as I said, Brisbane's really a no hope here. Like, Orange might be right, might be 200 points lacking. It just turned it on. It's good to have footy back. I feel like we just ignore opening round, and last night was the first match of the season. It was great. It was great stuff. All right, we got 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. Grab your little bits and pieces. We're nearly ready to go. Really good game. Essendon, Hawthorn in their huddles doing their last second chats. They are breaking. Sicily's holding him back for a second in the Hawthorn huddle just to get those last words in. And they're off. We've got less than 3 minutes to go now. The lights are blaring at the MCG. Can we see the Essendon defence hold up against just some explosive Hawks last year? I don't see it happening. But after last night, can you really picture anything happening? So get ready. Everybody's taking their positions. Get into your position for the first quarter as well. And we're going to watch this go. It looks like Zach Merritt's on Will Day. It will be an interesting night. It's too late. I was so tempted to put No, maybe I can. Is it too late? It's too late. It is too late. All right, the ball's about to bounce. The siren's gone. 3, 2, 1, and the ball is bounced now. Oh, and it's a straight down, but it's gonna be a quick wrap up from Redmond on Newcomb, and it's another jump ball. And Draper gets it down this time, but it doesn't get anywhere. Will Day tries to get it forward, but ends up straight in the hands of Merritt. Merritt goes deep forward, and Battle takes his big marks that he's known. I saw that a lot. Look, it's hard to be a States fan, to be honest. I love Battle, but he is, yeah, he's kind of. Geez, Hawks are off. Hawks are off already. They're going inside 50. It's a one-on-one. Ridley marks it on Ginnivan. Good mark. They're going to go out to the pocket, and it's going to go out even shorter to the back 50 on the far side. Yeah. Oh, man, these sort of matches. You want them to start off quick and going straight across the boundary. And it's going to be a throw-in on the far wing. Yeah, well, they've just brought up that was a smother from D'Ambrosio, and God, Essendon would love D'Ambrosio right now. It's got to be tough. Boundary throw in. Meat gets the tap down to Harrison Jones. Jones goes to no one in particular. They get it out though. Merritt gets some hands over the top. They go down the line, and it's out in the full. Impey's going to take it on the far wing and gets it back in 20 or so meters to where. My apologies. That was Day. Day goes across the ground to Amon. Amon goes backwards. They're in trouble. But Sicily gets it and finds somebody back at that wing. Gets it back more central to Impey. Impey goes down the line to half forward flank, and it's Newcomb, but he gets it high, but he doesn't get anything out of it. Still manages to get it going forward. Hawks are right in front of goal, 15 or so out. It looks like it's going to be wrapped up, and it is. Good match so far. It's a very good match so far. Throw up 15 meters out. It ends up straight in Hawthorn's hands, but it's smothered. Shield gets it out to Jones. Jones goes for a ground ball, and Will Day tries to run back. Two huge hip and shoulders running into each other. Great contest, completely legal. Or maybe the Essendon player did get a little bit lower than I expected, but I don't think they tunneled. That was still low. That was low, but it was legal. Hawks try and get it out. Meek gets it to no particular. Merritt hand passes it to no one in particular again, and then it gets out to Caldwell. Caldwell bombs it forward to Caddy. Caddy snaps it again to no one in particular. Battle gets it, and he's going to try the switch. He's found Weddle on the run. He's got too many people around him. It's going to rush over the boundary line and a throw in close to the camera. And we're going to see some action here. Can we see somebody get a clean clearance? Because it's been not clean not so much so far. What was I trying to say there? Sam Frost is the sub again. It's into Hawks. No. Yeah, okay. It's gone straight into the Bombers forward line. It's gone over for a throw in, and we're going to see a bit more. All right. It's still at the half forward flank. Langford tries to get it to full forward. It's going to be a shot off the air from Draper. He could have, grabbed that. He might have got tackled, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Draper's hard, right? Like, because he could do amazing things, but he also sometimes just does too much with what would be fairly simple. Hawthorn's just gone straight down the guts. Hardwick nearly gets the mark, but he gets off the ground. He gets back to Newcomb. Newcomb's trying to find Chol inside. He nearly gets it, but Reed gets a hand in, gets the sport. And Reed is all right. I got my last second. Some switcheroos. And Reed is my flex. Felt like there was 4 clear sort of options, maybe 5 in defense with rookies. Ooh, been good so far. It's going to be another ball up in the center, in the forward 50 for Hawthorn. Just I feel like there's 4 maybe 5 rookies that you can really look at. And spoke to Morrison, and he's marked it. He's trying to go back inboard to Impey. Impey marks it, and he's going to cross it back in again. Yes, he does. Battle. He's going to launch it. And yeah, okay. Missed it. Didn't even get a point. I mean, it's hard to watch Battle as a Saints fan, but if you're gonna, I'd like to see him kick a few more. Essendon's got it, and they're going to try and bring it back. Andy McGrath, they luckily get it out of the back pocket. That was rough. And is Langford going to get that mark? No, he doesn't. Oh, Jakey, how you doing, mate? This is a good game so far. I mean, it's tough to see Battle, but I want him to still do well. Sicily nearly gets tackled. Oh, rough. We love our Saints here at Saints. At Wooden Spoon Dollar. We love our Saints TV as well. If anybody hasn't seen Saints TV and is a Saints fan, I don't think there's many people here, but go and see it. There might be some people that see this after. I got the Saints. Oh, we can't really see it too much out there. We've also got them the homie jumper as well back there. And I'm kind of covering it. I get confused. It's all flip to make sure that things read correctly. But are we going to get a shot from Hawthorn? We are, and it's another out in the full. Oh, I thought it'd be tough for Essendon in this match. They're putting up a good fight pretty early. Hawks haven't been great, to be fair. They haven't really shown a ton. Oh, tough kick down the line to Caddy. Jeez, got to him. Caddy goes down the line, but Weddle's a huge man, and he's just going to take those marks. You can't. I mean, it was a 2-on-1. Like in some regards, I can see why you might attempt it. But Weddle's strong. The whole sort of defensive line of Hawthorn is amazing at this point. Scrimshaw. They've got Frost in there to maybe just. I mean, as a sub to maybe move Sicily forward. And when you can play Weddle, who's nearly the size of Battle, as a defensive wing, you're laughing. So Hawthorn's well structured. It was a great tackle by Chol then. Jeez. It's straight up, straight down, going nowhere from Essendon or Hawthorn. Essendon gets free to Merritt. Merritt pulls it inside. They've got some overlap, hand pass to Durham. Durham's got a kick inside by himself to Kako. What a goal. Well done. Well done, Kako. Hang on, I got something for this. Yo! Well done. Oh, that's great. Hang on, I gotta edit some things. Essendon's doing really well. You can't, you want to see the young teams do well. You want to see a change in the. It's been an interesting match so far. And Hawthorn just hasn't taken any of their opportunities. Kako's amazing. He's one of the, I think she killed a bit on him. We did bid on him. He's one of those guys that I would have happily taken. Happily. But it's funny. I said just before I said like Draper shouldn't be kicking it out of the air. He's probably doing too much. Kako did perfectly there by doing that. And then it's straight up in the center. It gets to Newcomb, who kicks it forward. It is fisted away from Reed with another spoil. It gets out to McDonald. McDonald finds Newcomb, who goes in forward again, trying to find more, who gets free to Hardwick, and what a shot. Hawks is getting straight back on the board. It's first clearance for Hawthorn, one goal straight up from it. Didn't get a mark out of their first clearance, but geez, that was a good job. It was a very good job. Let's see this. There. Hardwick is one of the guys I wish we picked up when he was free and like looking for contracts and all that sort of stuff because he is amazing. In fact, he can lock down so well and bob up forward and kick goals. Love him. Meek and Brian up and down. Nobody really gets it, but Mackenzie finds it. It gets coughed up, ends up in Merritt's hands. Merritt goes forward. Oh, running back with the fight. Big collision. Jeez. Sidestep from Moore on the way out. Hits it to Weddle. No, aim on Shoal at half forward gets the mark. They're off. It's a 3-on-3. Gets to a 1-on-1 out the back. And it's another mark inside 50. Ginnivan, he snaps around the corner. I mean, you can understand why he does it. I'd give a little bit of flack last night when we saw Harry Mackay doing that sort of snap that close around the corner. But I mean, if it's something you believe in, do it. You know, hypocritical. That's what I am sometimes. I can't help it. We all are. We all can be hypocritical and biased. It's just life. Guinea got out the back pretty well. And yeah, just easily gets into a 1-on-1 there where he just wins it. Gets into a position where he can get a snap off quickly, takes his opportunity and gets it. I mean, this is what we expected from the Hawks. Hawks are out again. Newcomb bombs it in, half forward flank. And the Wizards got it before it gets over the line. McDonald and Morrison just keep it in. McDonald goes into Chol. It goes over the back. Harrison gets it. He's trying to do the switch. He can't. It gets to Weddle. Weddle finds Ginnivan in the pocket again. Ward takes a crack forward, and it's not a goal. It ends up as another point. It was an interesting sort of entry there, but geez, I've got the things rolling around. Let's do this. Guys. And it's not even that anymore. It's is. Durham gets tripped and he gets the ball back. Oh, it's not. I'm wrong again. 1-1-7. Smothered. Morrison gets tackled, and that's a great tackle. Holding the ball. Bombers are putting on enough pressure. They are. Hawthorn intercepts in the middle again. Sicily tries to get it. Oh, he just gets a kick off, but it gets a caddy. Caddy doesn't get it anywhere and gets it to Barris, who slams it in forward. And it ends up in McDonald's hands. He's going to take it one step further, and it ends up in Watson's hands. About 40-odd out. He'll need to take the shot on a fair angle. You might be able to get this. I mean, Watson's not bad. Are we going to get another one? He is a good player. He missed a lot last year. But, geez, that's dead down the middle. That's dead down the middle. Jeez. Hawks have, just hit the last 3 in a row. Let's start looking at some stats, shall we? Because we've got a bit to go through here. So, can Hawthorn start to put down the bush and get a few more goals? Start a run really going. Chol goes up in the ruck and basically gets it straight out to himself. But it ends up intercepted. Draper gets it, slams it forward, nearly ends up in Baras's hands. But the Bombers are live again. Kako tries to get a shot off. It doesn't go anywhere. It's up and down, about a metre away, and it's going to be a bounce. 25 or so out from Essendon's goal. 19-7. Essendon really needs something here. Kako gets it. He's extracted it out. Oof. Hardwell lost his footing, nearly gets tackled by Day, and it's going to end up as a bounce where the players get falling over. It was an interesting kind of situation. We're not seeing that a ton in the AFL anymore, where like the ground is really badly affecting kind of players gripping and that sort of stuff. Good tackle. Oh, big hit. We are going to get another jump ball. Good match so far. Oh, big hit on Day. Hawks aren't able to get it out, but the Bombers aren't able to get free when they grab this ball. It's a very quick shot, but Battle gets it pissed right in front of that. And it was lucky because that looked like it might have gone in, to be honest. Essendon is looking on. I'm going to be, I don't mind them. Essendon's looking all right. Newcomb's the long target, but they go straight over the line for a throw in. Well, we've got Sicily ankle getting worked on straight away. This is not good for my super coach team. This is not what we want to see. Dang. We've got the special commentary from Jordan Lewis saying Hawthorn's going too long. I mean, he's kind of right. They are going very depthy. I don't think it's really affecting any of their sort of disposals. Let's see the match. Go to some stats. Have a quick look. Why are you not opening? All right, let's have a quick look at some of the stats here. Yeah, I mean, the Hawks' disposal efficiency is going at 79%. Their inside 50 is at 60%. You can't really complain at that point. Essendon is going back inside 50. They found Draper. No, he doesn't get a mark. No chop of the arms either. Jones nearly gets a shot off, but nearly gets tackled. Gets the ball out, but it's to an opponent, and Hawks are out on the halfback flank. And they'll hold it up for a second. Oh, great mark by Will Day. God, I love that. He looks like a young Bond. D'Ambrosio gets it. They're off. Amon nearly gets tackled. D'Ambrosio again. They're gonna have another shot. It's a goal. They're killing it. They are absolutely killing it. Hawks have kicked 4 in a row, and at this point, the Bombers just need to settle things down, hold it up when they've got it, really control some territory for a bit, find somewhere to get in and get a clean shot. You know, they haven't had a mark inside 50 as far as I'm aware. I'll double check now. They've had 8 inside 50s. I don't think there's a mark inside 50. And yeah, like that's essentially what they're needing at this point. Yeah, no marks inside 50 yet. 3 to Hawthorn. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Essendon's like, I mean, I've liked what I've seen of Zach Reed so far. He's gotten 2 spoils in. That was great running from D'Ambrosio to get free again and to get the shot off. It's another bounce in the center. Meat goes out the back, taps it straight to Ward. Ward goes long. It ends up in Joel's hands. He's going to snap. It's another goal. The Hawks are 5 in a row. This is hard to keep up with, to be honest, as any team. You just don't want to see your team get goal after goal against. And that's where we're at with the Bombers right now. They need to just get their hands on the footy, get a mark, hold it up. It's going to require a contested mark, of which the Bombers have only taken 1 so far. They've had half the marks of Hawthorn, 27 to 14. They've got 15 to 10 turnovers as well. So it needs to be slower movement right now. Hold the ball up, get a little bit of possession, and get territory on the back of it. It's just not happening right now. They're getting caught up in the pace of ball movement, and then they're caught on the back, needing to get into one-on-one positions that they need to win, and they're not going to win them forever. It has been another bounce in the center, but it was a shocker, so they're going to call it back. Brad Scott's got to be worried. Yep, that's not what you want to see. Meat goes up. He gets the tap down. You can see that happening a mile away. Great tackle. Redmond in the center is looking all right. He's holding up a little bit. It's probably not the best to have him on McGuinness. I'd probably like to see him more on Newcomb. Maybe even playing. I should double check that. It looks like Hawks have got it out again. They're going to the half forward line, but Ridley gets it. He slips over. Is this going to be a free? It is. Oh, that's not what you want to see. We're going in board. Let's see these stats. Hawthorn with 21 tackles, James. Yeah. They've had 96 disposals already. That's insane. They're still running at 81% disposal efficiency. I mean, that's 10% higher than they had yesterday or last week. That's a fair bit higher than last year. They're looking good. They're looking strong. There's a team to worry about this year. Would be the Hawks. It's another throw in the Hawks forward 50. Nearly gets it free before Dave gets tackled. What are we double checking? We're double checking if Walker is in right now. No, he isn't. He is out. All right. Walks by 23, and it ends up in Caldwell's hands. He just grubs it along the ground. It's not a great kick, but they've managed to get a tackle at centre half back over Battle. Half back flank. We're going to have another jump ball. We're not seeing winning out of the contest particularly. Bryant needs to put a bit more on good Sardis win. It goes down the wing. It ends up in. I can't tell who's who in this defense for Hawthorn anymore. They're all like tall and lanky and good with the ball. They've gone to the far wing. Oh, that's going to be, easy mark. You saw that a mile away. Good mark to Watto. He might just make another goal out of this opportunity. We're going to see what we got here. He's walking it in. A goal. Hawks are looking dangerous. I mean, look, we could have said similar about, what are they called? Carlton last night, but this is, this is tough. Yeah, I'm going to make sure we can see the Saints thing. Hang on. Hawthorn leaning at one. We've got another bounce in the center. Is Meek going to tap it straight back down? No, Brian gets the win this time. It's going to get into Caldwell's hand. He goes out wide to Merritt. Oh, geez, they're not looking clean. They're managing to hold possession. Merritt's got it in the far half forward flank. He's drilled it in to the forward line, and Redmond's got a mark along the boundary line. Pretty difficult angle, probably about 35, 40 metres out for his kick, but not an impossible shot. They needed a mark by 50. They finally got one. Can we see them take advantage of this opportunity? They haven't really gotten a lot. Let's double check some team stats. How many inside 50s have they got? This is their 8th. And he's kicked it across the face. It's going to go through for a point. It's hard to watch. If they don't get on top of this, we could be looking at not great score. Hawthorn are out to the wing on the far side of the camera. Hawks swarm the man, get the ball, and it's holding the ball. It's gotten to the Bombers. Shields trying to take advantage. He's going to half forward flank, but he's gone to nobody in particular. It ends up in Impey's hands. Hawks go out through Barris, and it ends up. I don't know whose hands that is. Long down the line. Look, yeah, sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. I need to mute myself in a second. Essendon's managed to take it to centre half back. He's getting chased down by Chol. They're putting really good pressure on the Bombers. The Bombers need a goal here. Just if they can go forward, they have gone to Kako and it goes over the line. Look, it's near Bombers' half forward line at the close wing, but I mean, yeah, they need a goal before half time. There's just no way to do this otherwise. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be difficult. Hawks didn't quite get it. It's going to end up in Merritt's hand. He's running it through the boundary line to Jones. Kicks it into full forward. Who's back there? No one. It ends up in the Bombers' hands. They're going to have a snap. It's out in the ball from Nick Martin. He needs to do better than that. He barely made it 20 metres. That was a big jump and ooh. Oh, he was all right. He didn't hit his head on the ground. It could have been bad. How he gets 8 points. This is pretty much. I mean, look, Hawks could get it going. To be honest, there's a minute left. Yeah, they can't let the Hawks score here. Or this will set Essendon up for a disaster night. To be honest, boy, they look like it could be out. Hawks could be out. It's going to be a jump ball right at the wing. 40 seconds to go. Hardwick is a great player. That's high. It's going to be a Hawthorn free to Newcomb. He's got about 35 seconds to try and get it inside. 30. He gets it 20 or so meters forward. They're going to do the overlap handball from Amon. Amon goes in long. It's 3-on-1. Can Day get it? No, he can't. It's over the top. There's 20 seconds left, and Nick Martin does take that mark. All right, just hold it up, Essendon. Don't lose this. All right. Caddy's got it. Whew. Well, they're not going to get anywhere here. It's quarter time. All right. Yeah, wow. That was a tough start to the match for the Hawks. For the Bombers. I mean, what did you expect? Like, what did we expect really in a lot of regards? You're never gonna. You're never really gonna compete, in my opinion. It's hard to because I don't think the Bombers are a bad side. I just don't think they're really got the quality of Hawthorn. And with that being the case, it's kind of like, all right, well, how long can they last? That was kind of my thoughts for this match. How long can the Bombers last until it's too much? That was my thoughts. But it feels like that's happening already. Like, I don't want to be too pessimistic, but we might be seeing some early not great results. I need a haircut so badly. I'm gonna go do that tomorrow. No footy tomorrow. Well, there is. There is footy tomorrow. No footy on this channel tomorrow. I'll be back for the Saints match on Sunday. I'm very excited for that one. Hopefully, we get some good results. Otherwise, we might see. So I can say it a little bit more candidly, but probably seeing a comment in the chat. They've been somebody quite recently, quite a bit recently rather, and yeah, they're we both support the same side, and we do things on the same sort of network, so we
thought we might see if there's any sort of ability to cross over. Seems like there's some opportunity there. So you might see me elsewhere in the YouTube world. But yeah, it's been an interesting match so far. Pretty much how I expected things to go. Hawthorn's probably been a little bit. Well, I don't know if you'd say Hawthorn's been better or Essendon's been worse. I'd say Hawthorn's probably been better. Essendon's gotten 5 shots on the board. That's a fair effort. 7 shots to 5. There's a fair difference in points. Don't get me wrong, but overall, Essendon just hold the ball a bit better movement. That's in fact, I'm going to present the share screen. We're going to present the screen. Yeah. And we are going to go to. So yeah, I mean, this is sort of where we're at. Base level sort of stats for now. Until sort of end of match review. Probably got a couple minutes left there. It looks like they're coming back on. Kako with a great goal. That was an amazing start to the match. Hawks really kind of put on the pressure. I feel like we might need an update there. Yeah, exactly. Those numbers looked a little wrong. And yeah, look, I mean, when you're going at 82%, you're killing it. 50% entry is, above average. That's still somewhat above average there. We've also got, yes, I mean, look, all stoppages are just, and clearances in general. And it says it's going way. I mean, yeah, they might have won a few, but it feels a little bit odd. We have had some issues there before with free kicks previously being on the wrong side. So I wonder if we've got some wrong numbers, particularly for these. But I'd have to double check. I'd have to actually go through things. For now, yeah, I mean, look, it's kind of going how we'd expect it. Maybe a little bit, Hawthorn's been more accurate than I'd expect them to be. And, Essendon probably could have gotten one more goal out of this. Probably expect it to be sort of 15 to 30 at this stage. So probably one goal better and one goal worse per side as far as I can tell. But yeah, reasonable. Another sort of turnaround form our last night's performance, but I mean, nobody's going to hold their breath, right? This is it's likely we're seeing something that's going to trend the same to the game. I think both teams revert to mean. Essendon probably kicks a few more goals out of their shots going forward. Hawthorn probably gets a few more points. So, I mean, I think it'll get closer. I'm going to chuck this back in as we get the game started. Come say hello as well. Say hi in the comments. And yeah, what's your thoughts? Maybe you're seeing things differently. I'm seeing Essendon not quite get it done. I feel like they need to hold the ball up. Just look for a little bit more territory in shorter games. And yeah, from there, getting your marks, you're getting your kind of flow going. So that's my thoughts. Maybe you guys think they need to be a bit more kamikaze with the movement. Who knows, right? Everybody's a bit different. We're getting ready to get back into the center. Quarter time is nearly done. We are going to hide that banner so I can get rid of the quarter time part of it. And then we are back into it. So not now, people are taking their positions, getting to your position. Second quarter is starting. We need Draper to actually get a good clearance to the teammates. Needs to be advantage and needs to get to probably Merritt or Cadwell. I can't really see Redmond going nicely inside 50, but the ball is about to bounce. Can Draper do something on Milt? Just held up between Meeks and Draper's hands, but it ends up in Newcomb's hand. Great tackle. Great tackle. That's holding the ball every day of the week. That looks like it's Durham, yeah. Going to get the ball back to him. And can we see Essendon go deep and get a mark for once? It ends up over Sicily's hands, over Barras' hands. Barras goes back to Battle. Battle signs
free Sicily again through Amon. Sicily goes long down the line, ends up in Nash's hands. Nash is running it through the wing. They find Newcomb in the centre through hands. They're going to try and go to the half-forward flank with a long direct kick to Hardwick, and he gets it. This is just, like, this is that 80% plus accuracy we were talking about a second ago. That's insanely good ball movement. They go into a long 2-on-2, ends up over the back. Oh, big round the neck. Surely that's a free. Surely that's a free. That wasn't great. Is Newcomb going to get a shot off? He does manage to get a dribble up. Only goes through for the point. That was pretty rough. I don't think you can, even if he's dropping his head a little bit, right? Like, that's too rough. Not a lover of that contest, but that is AFL footy. Something we're trying to probably rub out a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of got to. I feel like we've gotten to the point this year where it's going to be the action, right? Like, it's not just the like the results of the action. It's the potential to cause harm through the action at this point that we're judging. So I don't know how I feel about that one. It is in the Bombers' hands, and they have managed to get it to the wing. They're going to go back. They're going to try and do a switch here. There doesn't seem to really be anybody open for the switch. Pryor goes long to Durham. No, that's Jones. My apologies. I'm getting Jones and Durham confused up there. Reed gets another mark. He's been pretty good. We're just going to see him stay healthy, and Essendon have got someone here potentially. They're not doing much with the ball. McGrath goes to Kako. Kako goes over the back to Barras. Barras bombs it. Reed gets Marco at the wing. This isn't Draper. This is hard. I think Essendon are nearly doing things right. They're nearly doing things right. They're holding the possession. They're trying to find, not quite long the ball movement. I prefer like there's more 20-meter passes on top of each other, 30-meter passes on top of each other. The kick, the long, I don't that's nowhere, but nearly big mark. Durham couldn't quite get it. Kako does. Can Langford get? That's shocking. That's shocking. Barris goes long. Ooh, what's a goal? Just damn. Ridley probably, free against. Deliberate. And he goes in, finds some room. Defensive wing, camera side. I mean, at this point, the ground does look pretty slippy tonight. At this point, we need to see like Essendon continue to do what they're doing, right? They're holding the ball. They were trying to think through their possession. They kind of did all right. They didn't execute right. They thought through good ideas. They didn't execute those ideas mainly. Right now, Ridley. That should be a free. Is Ridley concussed? What happened then? Scrimshaw went a pretty wild arm there. Yeah, that's not great. Is Ridley going to come off? Essendon goes down the line and doesn't really do anything. That wasn't great. That was not great. Caldwell snaps around the corner. The Bombers try and get it to half forward flank. Langford barrels through, gets it to Draper. Draper just slams it on the foot, trying to find someone forward, but Sicily goes back, gets the mark. Paddy's down. Paddy is down. Oh, no. And it's going inside 50 for Hawthorn, but they've gone it out again. We're about to hear something. Hawks have gotten it again and delivered it out in the bounds. Caddy looks to be okay for now, but hurt. Big ball inside 50, but it's a Caddy hurt. Ooh. Oh, big tackle. Will they? Probably should have had a free against that. Shipped it out forward. It's a Nineveh goal. That's an easy goal. Hawthorn is looking very dangerous tonight. I don't think we can really, at this point, have them outside the game. There was a few people saying this was a flash in the pan, and we weren't going to see that sort of result again this year. But I mean, we're starting to see it. To be honest, I don't have Essendon inside the 8 this year. I had them bottom 4. I had them as the second worst team this year for me behind Richmond. So maybe my bias is showing. Some people think St Kilda's near there, and that's on the expectation of West Coast and the Kangaroos getting better, which we're going to see more about that tomorrow. But I think we could be seeing a bottom 4 finish to Essendon. They were 4th last rated in the Monte Carlo model, where I had over 1 million simulations of the AFL season. I just can't see this going a different way. Hawks nearly get. Oof. Oh! Yeah, this is there's an injury. Who's that? It looks like it's between Battle and Oh, that was a huge hit. Damn. Scrimshaw is in blood. Yeah, the stadium just saw it. They gasped. Ooh, a lot of blood from Scrimshaw. Battle might be all right, but yes, Scrimshaw looks like it's not great. don't think we see Scrimshaw for the rest of the night with that. That's probably it. Ross probably comes on. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do one thing. Give me 1 second, everybody. All right, back. Apologies about that. We have got Essendon trying to find a mark inside 50, and they've got one. It might even be. It is going to be a 50 meters as well. This is going to be a shot right in front. I haven't got the chance to update this yet, so we've got Essendon at least getting the second goal, which is good to see. Oh, this is their third. 22 to 44. I don't know. I've ever got the wrong scores on screen, guys. Otherwise, it's good to say. Two Essendon goals back to back. They get another clearance out of the center. Hanging on. It's going to be another Essendon 3. They're going to go inside 50 through Martin. Martin goes long to the spot. Actually, kind of misses it a little bit. Goes to the left of it. It goes over the boundary line. It's going to be throw in. 22 to 44. Can we see another goal to the Bombers? Get this back to a pretty close match. Megan Bryan tap down. It's going to be another jump ball. 15 metres out, right in front of Essendon's goal. They just need a bit of luck. Tiny bit of luck. But not for you. Shit, I don't think I'm allowed to sing that. It gets stuck in my head. Like as soon as I think of Friday Night Footy, that song goes through my head. Merritt with a goal and a half. What a goal! That's a goal. That deserves it. That's amazing. So, I mean, Essendon's reverted to the mean at this point. They've gotten basically bang. I mean, the mean in AFL, goal scoring, for inside 50. I mean, and just goal scoring in general, so it's about 50-50 either way for goals behind, that sort of thing. 4-4, 28 to 7-2. Hawthorn 44. I mean, that should suggest that Hawthorn's got about 5 more points in them before they hit the mean, right? It gives Essendon a bit of time to work on this comeback that they're building. This is looking all right. Bombers are looking reasonable. More inside 50 to the Bombers this quarter, 7-4, but the Hawks get it out of the center, and they're going to go deep to Chol. He gets a big mark. Mario Chol is going to walk it back, take a shot, and can he put all this sort of fanfare from the Bombers, the replication of last night, to bed? I think so. Joel is looking big and lean, and he's just an athletic man. Can he finish it off? Walks it in slowly. He kind of misses it. Yeah, I thought he would. Oops, we've got to get rid of this one. Hang on, it hasn't been a goal for a bit now. Do you think Hawks had to kind of start reverting to mean at some point? It's just how maths works. We've got Essendon going long into the wings on the far side of the ground, but Sicily gets a big spoil over the line. It's going to be a throw-in. Essendon's just, looking great. Like right now, they're strong. Like, can they hold this up? I mean, this is the question, right? Like Hawthorn's a good side. Essendon's not a terrible side. Can Essendon be better than not terrible? And Hawks just not be amazing for a while. And, we've got a real game on there. Oh, big mark attempt. But doesn't get anywhere near it. It looks like somebody might be down for the Bombers, but he's back up. Oh my Lord. Hawks are under a lot of pressure. It's in the back 10 meters. They managed to get it out. Jeez, it's close to the line. Hawks go down the line, halfback flank and wing, right between it, and it goes over the line for a throw-in. Gee, Sam Frost hasn't come on yet. So Scrimshaw is off. With a blood nose, apparently. I think he's probably broken his nose, but that's the thing. Scrimshaw might be missing 2-3 weeks, you'd assume. Goes over the line. We're getting another throw in, about 10, 20 more meters closer to Essendon's goal. Out the half forward flank line now. It's thrown in just now. And can we get a win to Draper? He grabs it straight out of the ruck and he gets stripped. 2 people are down, but they've managed to get the ball going forward further, and it's a free. Is it around the neck? No, it isn't. No, Watson's got it. He's out. Hawthorn's out. Wow, great shrug of the tackle from Watson. Inside 50 to a good one-on-one with Day and Draper. And Day gets the free directly in front. I'm a couple points behind for the Hawks, actually. Let's pull that down. It looks like we might be getting... Yeah. And the Hawks get another one here. Start putting to bed this sort of swing of momentum. Frost has taken off his jumper. He's coming into the lineup. Will Day gets a snap off, and he gets it. I mean, that's just where we're at, it's... Hawks are going to win. As much as I don't think Essendon are playing badly, the Hawks are playing well. When they turn it on, they play well. And that's just the difference between not playing bad and playing good. That's just how it works.
We've got a fair lead to the Hawks now. I mean, they're kind of sitting around that double sort of score. Have been for most of the match. Oops, we got a little bit of a Hawthorn ticker malfunction. Not one, it's like 8 yours, isn't it? Oh, jeez. I need like a lolly or something. I'm gonna grab some at the end of this match. I don't actually think I've got any in the cupboard anymore. It goes straight up. He gets it and smashes it forward. We've got McGrath cutting it off, and he's going to try and find somebody up in the wing. He does. Brian gets free and takes a good mark. He's looking for somebody half forward. Kako gets dragged to ground without it. That's surely got to be a free. There's been a few lack of whistles tonight, and it's a bit odd. It's a... Where is the whistle? Surely that's a bounce. All right, it's finally a bounce in the half forward flank line. Caddy looks injured again. That's not good. Jeez, this is just rough and tumble. McKenzie gets a foot out to it, and Hawks are out again. Will Day trying to hold on to the footy. He doesn't. He needs to try and get a tackle off. He does, but it's a quick snap. Caldwell gets it. He's dribbled it inside 50. The effectiveness that we were talking about earlier, I mean, it was leaning towards Hawthorn, but I think it's plummeted for both sides at this point. It's at the half-forward flank line. Can Caldwell find someone? No, it's straight over the top. And D'Ambrosio lets it go over the line. This has been it's been a tough one to watch for a couple of minutes now. I mean, Hawthorn hasn't taken advantage of much. And Essendon's kind of been sitting there in that kind of not bad territory, but not bad isn't right. Like it's tough. Empty gets a high tackle from Kako. Oh. Yeah. Whoa, Hawks are out. Jeez. Yep. Newcomb gets the mark by himself, and he's going to chip it straight over the top to Moore. Moore's going to have a shot from about 30 out, 25, 30 out. Pretty difficult angle, but not for Dylan Moore. That's, tough. Dylan Moore takes a snap, but he misses. Not what we expected, not what we normally see from Dylan Moore. I mean, they have to revert to mean at some point. They've just been banging goal after goal. 8-4-52 to 4-4-28. We've got a lead, well, a fairly strong lead from Hawthorn. Shield tries to find somebody out there, and not a great kick from Reed. It's out on the floor. This is hard to watch sometimes. The younger players they're doing the right thing, but they kind of get tricked into kind of making bad mistakes. So what can you do? You played it too close down the line there, felt the pressure to move it boundary side and just did it too much. Hawks have moved it back to roughly the same spot, but this time they found somebody free about 15 or so meters out from a half-forward flank. They moved it straight to the flank, 50-meter line from Amon. He's lined it up to the top of the square. He doesn't get a mark from Chol. It ends up back in Andy McGrath's hands. He slips over, and Andy McGrath, deliberate. Wow. I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm updating that. I'm assuming that's a goal. Like, you can't. Jeez. Sure, yeah, I mean, is that like surely there's pressure there? Like, I think Andy McGrath, if he slipped over and then, yeah, interesting one. Not sure how I feel about that. All right. Oh, jeez. We are going to. Hawks are 1 or 2 goals away from running away with this. Let's be real. I mean, Essendon put up a good fight, but yeah. I mean, John Brown's got a similar opinion to myself. I mean, Andy McGrath had opportunity. He then slipped over and went for the rush. I mean, I feel like he put himself under the pressure. Not that there was a pressure before he did that. Oh, I would nearly marked it. It's inside 50. Oh, dangerous hit. I don't know if he really did it though. McGrath dropped the mark, or he on a shank kick forward. Martin's caught. That's yeah. This is 1 or 2 goals away from Hawthorn making this turn ugly. I mean, especially if they do. Yeah, great mark from Hardwick. Good pass to him. It's hard, right? Like you can't make those sort of simpler mistakes. Yeah, rough. I mean, Hardwick might not get this. He's not the most amazing shot, but he's not a bad one either. So I mean, but yeah, like 2 more goals before the half, which I mean could easily be done. There's 3 minutes left. It's almost putting night to Essendon. I mean, we would have said the same last week. I mean, last night, but and it's a big goal. But yeah, I don't see Essendon pulling it back. I didn't see Richmond pulling it back, but I don't think we just see a round of upsets in round one. Like, because at that point, is it really upsets, right? Like, what kind of year are we in for? Yeah. Hawthorn, yeah. I mean, they've got an opportunity to make this another goal before the half. And at that point, they need to pull off a Richmond, otherwise it's dangerous for Essendon. Oh, he did that, baby. Another one of the nights. Oh, perfect tap out the back to Newcomb. Brilliant tackle. Brilliant. Cadwell just on his ass. Dragged him down. Good mark from Jones. Strong contested mark. And Essendon's got an opportunity to get a goal back. Even a point would be helpful, to be honest. Oh, good lead to Perkins and gets an opportunity. I'm not sure if I think Perkins can actually get this goal, but good lead. Strong mark. Strong opportunities across the board. And he bend it. He's going to try. Yikes. Out in the full, I think. Might have gotten a point. He did get a point, but that wasn't great. Shaw with a big mark. Oh, and he goes long perfectly. They've got overlap runners. Hardwick. Oh, it does get it out. Oh, this is like globetrotter stuff. Oh, that was nearly ridiculous. Dylan Moore nearly just that was too much. That was great footy. That was really great footy. Don't get me wrong. It's just you're not going to be able to defend against that. That's surely a free. I feel like Watson's just not getting these opportunities. I mean, Guinea and Watson are both not loved by umpires, but you would have thought they got some opportunities there. It just feels like they're not getting that tonight. Particularly Watson. I feel like he got a clear high earlier in the match, but it just didn't get paid, right? Like, it's a turnover again at half. At the wing. I mean, the Hawks have got this at this point, don't they? Like, it's if they get another goal, it's 70-29. Like, you're looking at nearly a 40-point difference. I mean, it's you say that, and then last night, right? Are they going to get it? No. It's Bombers have managed to control it. They're going to kick it out again, but and no one. Oh, God, the Bombers. The long kicks to no one are just. We just kick. Who did Caddy kick that to? Like, Sicily gets first opportunity and, like, should get. Oh, my God. Wow. Managed to be a 3-on-1. The kids got back, but it was a free for Frost. For what? Like high, maybe? Barris with a big mark. Great mark. And it's the half. All right. That was pretty. I mean, Essendon gave a little bit of fight there. That's kind of not great. All right. Well, we've made it to halftime. So, what are we going to do at halftime? I like to play a few games. So, let's share my screen and play a couple of games. I want to give it a crack at the streaker game. I'm going to try and zoom in as well. What the fun is it? Well, can't really zoom as much as I'd want to. But let's do this. Schultz or Green? Look, if anybody got more frees against than Toby Green, I'd be stunned. Oh, it's 3-4. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. All right, what's the next one? We got more tackles. You'd assume Hammelberg. Wow. See, that's hard. Like, it's 1 tackle to 2 in 2025. I'll make it 2024. That'd be, I think, a bit more. All right, let's clearances in 2025. No, it's all right. It's like 2-1. I should know this. The thing is, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the stats from last week. It's just 2 games, right? Who's had more kicks? Has it taken into account last night? Yeah. No. Who has more behind? I can't remember. I think Will Hoskin Elliott, yeah. More frees for. I need this to be 2024. The amount of time I've looked at 2024 stats. I don't know 2020. Okay. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go to a different one. We go to a different game. We're gonna play some Gridley. So join along. let us know your thoughts. I'm gonna chuck you over here, and you're gonna help me out. So here we go. We have got 25 disposal game for Hawthorn. We need a random one. Watches. All right. There's like a million answers to this. All right, let's go. D'Ambrosio, teammate from Essendon. It's also an internal. All right. So, let's smaller. And, all right, let's go. There's a million and one answers. Who was in the Premiership so bad that I haven't thought of? Oh, hello, mate. Simon Beaumont, Darren Jarman. Well, yeah, potentially. I feel like I want to go for somebody that, like, yeah, that was kind of around in the era that I actually watched. Jarman was a little bit before me. Oh, let's go with like W-E. How do I spell it? No. Somebody said no. What's that one? Damn, Rosie, teammate from the Bombers. Yeah, let's do a Denver here, teammate from the bottom. There's only 50 answers. So let's go to format. And then only 50 answers for Hawthorn. Oh, I need to have no, one or three. Do lots of Hawthorn. That's a good answer. Gumbledon, hang on, that's a good answer. And let's get unique with DJ. Wow. I don't think I've got my unique on these. I didn't tell you the last one. 0-0. Let's just play instead of quickly. So we're going to come back to this. All right. I just feel like I'm going to do something. So, like, no. It's returning it like 50 games or less was on very cool. Not really. What is it for? Even on this. I think he came to some sort of, yeah, that's it. No. That's good. You go 50 games or less, Hamilton. Everyone's fine. Oh, did he get over 50 games? I can't remember. A rock. He played 50 games? I don't think he did. I don't think he played. Yeah, oh, wow. Yes. Yo, Anthony. You doing, mate? Good to see you, brother. We've got some reasonable answers here. I got one really wrong. So we've only got 3 left. The fact that we don't have like won a final and Essendon is pretty funny. What else do we got? 25 game random. Oh, Everett? What's his name? Damien. Yeah, Damien. What's another one? I feel like I like those sort of auto players from back in my days when I was a kid and obsessed with every little stuff. That's how we ended up here, folks. But 50 games or less for Essendon from a. Oh yeah, no, I can do it. I can do it. I don't want to go with Scott Gambleton, but it's a really good answer. Come back to that. 25 disposal plus game, one final, bit of an odd start. Let's go. No way. Oh, meant Jaeger Amira. Jesus. Wow. Let's do Andrew Trouser. That was a good guess. Yeah, dang. I can't believe I just went Jagger Smith. Oh, so frustrating. Try control. We have any other interesting ones? You got this. Oh man. Let's just quickly talk about the last night, the results that we got. Jesus, last night was so much fun. Like I remember just, and as much as I love Pom, it would have been tough for him, and he put a good show together. I remember watching him for a bit, and I was like, "Oh, this is tough. Like, I don't want to see it, mate." Just watching their team, like, lose to one of it, like one of the worst teams they're meant to be, and then, yeah, I mean, I said it earlier. I mean, I couldn't out, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. Oh man, this was that you. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a Saints man, so I get ya. Like, there's just times where your team's shocking, man. Like, there's not really much you can do about it. Like, you just gotta sit there and shock. If anything, I saw a few people similar. Now, maybe you're a Danny Grange fan, maybe not, right? But I have seen some Carlton fans suggest that he doesn't help with kind of talking up the club. And look, in some regards, I think there's an element of that. So maybe he has to eat a little bit of humble pie, kind of reels it in. You guys will be better. You'll be better, much better than that. But yeah, I don't envy you. I don't envy you. I've been there. The Saints have been shocking for a solid decade now. We've had a good year or two here and there. Yeah, it's not been a fun time. I don't think your window's closed, bro. Like, I mean, look, I'm 31 as well. I'm 32 now. But yeah, I mean, I don't think your window's closed. Like, you've got a really good core. You're just like kind of missing a few bits and pieces. You don't have the best normal in your forward line. Harry's very hit and miss, and Wiedering kind of doesn't have the best like secondary tall assistance. Other than that, you got really good like side. Maybe it's about Bossy aren't, maybe he's not the guy, but I mean, otherwise the structure's there. Like the basis of it. It's not. It wasn't there last night. Like it didn't do it right, obviously. But you'll be better. Like that's the bottom for the year. Don't get me wrong. I like I say that. Like crazy things happen. Crazy things. But I mean, hopefully it's just from you're up, man. Yeah, I don't know if they're too old though, man. Like I honestly, like I'm a Saints fan. I don't think DeConning is coming to St Kilda. It could be a 2 to 3 year fix. I agree with that on that. But like I just don't. I don't think you like deteriorate a ton in that sort of time frame. Oh man, no, I get you. Look, he was on. He didn't stand up exactly when you needed him, but he's young, man. Like, and he's got a lot of talent. I wouldn't let him go. Yeah, I don't think he'd take that money. To be honest with you, like I don't think you'd be getting that sort of money from the Blues as you would the Saints. I still think you'd get good money, but I just don't think you'd be the same level. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like you've got a good nucleus, really good nucleus. Yeah, I mean, winning cultures, like that's one of those ones that, like, but I totally get you. It's for me, those sort of things are hard to quantify, right? Like, it's winning culture. Winning culture is because you do all the little things right, and like that's like hard to maintain. Don't get me wrong, but it's yeah. Look, I get you. I get this sort of moment mentality. Like I do understand. There's probably some people in your side that don't have it. There's probably something to it. Like I reckon Cripps probably has it. Right? Like I reckon there's some players in your side that do. But yeah, I agree. There's some like yeah. Look. Some people pay for a paycheck. Some people play for a paycheck. Like and that's 100% the case. But I think they genuinely don't want to. And nobody wants to suck at their job, right? No matter how safe you are at your job, you don't want everybody just walking around being like they're the shit one. Like, So like I don't think anybody really is happy with anything about last night, right? Like I don't you're right, maybe they didn't lose a ton of sleep, but I think it also needs to be one of those ones where you really analyze what you've done. And like that might not be a player problem. That might be a Vossi problem, to be honest. I wasn't the biggest fan of him as a Lions coach. I didn't really see the point in dragging him out of retirement um, for the Blues, to be honest. And I haven't really seen a ton to suggest that he's a tactical mastermind or that anything drastic has changed in his coaching style. So, like, for me, I don't know that he's doing a ton. And, like, I think, in some regards, if players just play on instinct, that can be awesome. But, if they're just instinctively going to the wrong spot and not listening to what half the other side of the team is doing, then it's all going to fall apart. So, yeah, maybe it's a plan B, plan A, talking situation. It doesn't mesh very well. Maybe there's lack of communication. But I think that the players aren't bad. I think structure-wise, you might be missing a second tall defender, maybe like a really good small forward, but like otherwise pretty well set. So like for me, it comes down to what's going wrong. It's like a loss to Richmond like that isn't just players doing the wrong thing. More than that, and for me, that has to be coaching issues. And it's like what is? I mean, this is nicely as possible. What is what really done as a coach? Like he doesn't really have a great record. He hasn't really done amazingly in finals. He hasn't developed a side before. Like he's not really a coach. Like it's not, as far as I can tell, he's not a great coach at least. Yeah, look, I can understand that, man. I've been there. Like there's been times where like I've been livid. I don't know if you saw me the other week. But I tried to watch that Saints match after you guys where we got just screwed. And it's tough, man. But there's just saying like, hey, this is like structure and like effort problem and all those sort of things. I get you. I've been there. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're doing the wrong thing because you're told you're doing the wrong thing. I love Ross as much as you probably love Vossi, but I've seen other people say Ross, isn't the greatest tactician in some regards, in the sense of like early career, wasn't great at developing youth. I think there's things he's worked on and things he's probably lost over the journey as well. I think that ruthlessness that he had at a point probably isn't as easy to find these days. So, I mean, I think, when you're looking at coaching, structure, team, all these sort of things, it takes one cog to really grind the whole thing to a process, to a whole. So you need everything to work to win a premiership, and unfortunately, you guys, like the Saints, probably aren't getting everything. But we're into the third quarter. Hopefully, we can see something click. It'd be good to see Essendon start to do a bit more. I don't think the Saints will surprise a ton this year. Unfortunately, mate, I'm a big believer that we are moving in the right direction. But as a general, like we're very young. Like until we got Boyd in the side, we were the fourth youngest side, and I think we moved to about sixth or seventh youngest now. But I mean, week to week, we're gonna be fairly young. We're not going to be playing a ton of Zach Jones throughout the year, not play half the year. Some of the older heads, just not going to play the entire time. So our average age will be lower. Essendon's getting a shot through Langford. Bro, whatever, anytime, come through. I'm here every Friday, so come say hello. We just sit down, watch footy, chat, shit, that sort of thing. But yeah, I get you, man. Like anytime, you're gonna see me do the same, man. I'm gonna need some support on Sunday, I reckon. So you want to come in and give me that somebody to chat to while the Saints are probably having them kicked right over the top of their head. That'd be nice. Yeah, look, we haven't lost. You're right. You are right. We haven't lost to the Tigers yet, and that is a little positive. But we also haven't played them yet. That could change. We don't know yet, mate. Maybe the Tigers are way better than we think, bro. Like, I mean, nobody's really said this one yet, but the baby Bombers won a flag, right? Like, that was a thing. Maybe that could be a thing for Richmond. I don't think so. I would say next to impossible. I mean, yes, strange things happen in the world, man. Strange things happen in footy. Odd things will just happen. So, a loss to Richmond was going to happen to somebody at some point this year, and it's really unfortunate it happened be round one. But you know, in some regards, maybe it's the kick up the arse we need. Like maybe that's like finally kicks you into gear. You hope. I'm not sure what you say. You hope not to. I hope Carlton kicks it into the gear. I hope that's the kick up the arse. But you know, who knows? Who knows? I think you'd go for side. It's gonna happen. Good mark by Sicily in defence there. He's going to be a big man this year. If you got it in Supercoach, I do. He's a Richmond flag. Oh man, God, I agree with you. I do not want to see a Richmond flag. Last thing I want to say. Oh, part of me is just a jealous person as well, and like if the Bulldogs manage to get a third, their second, that'd make me pretty upset too. Especially after, like, I do not believe in Bevo either as a coach. We're pretty vocally against him as a competent coach. And, if he got another flag, the Saints, I'd be real upset. That would suck. But I can't think about that. I literally can't think about that. That would make me real upset. And I'm like, I don't hate the Bulldogs at all. I just like, I think about that. And then it's like, why is it in some regards. Oh man. In the same regards, if somebody told me right now, you went to the 17 grand final. That was the hang on. I get my dates all confused. Sorry. Let me double check this one. Yeah, that was the first review. Yeah, I mean, are you an Adelaide supporter? Because that wouldn't be fun. I've got Adelaide tips for winning the grand final this year. I just think their side looks good. I think all the depth pieces they brought in this year are close. Yeah, I haven't been to a grand final actually. I will go on to the Saints grand final, the draw, the rematch rather. But it was a pretty rough time in my life. And yeah, I mean, it was just had the draw. I just broke up with like my long-term girlfriend from like 14 to turning like 18 sort of thing. And yeah, a friend had just passed as well. So I was like, I can't go to the grand final and potentially lose it. So like, I didn't go. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't go to the replay because that would have sucked. Been like semi-competitive from the Bombers so far. They've got another point. I should change the little ticker down the bottom. But yeah, that was the time in life where I was like, oh man, this is either going amazing or terrible. Like, I just can't risk it going terrible. Yeah, in some regards, I regret it. Maybe my being there was what they needed, right? Like, nuking with the snap, I don't quite get it. Maybe that's what they needed. Like, maybe the Saints lost 09, 2010 and the rematch because I wasn't there. And they didn't have that voice in the crowd to like go, all right, we've got him in our back, like Woody's there. So maybe that's a lesson learned for me. I got to go to these grand finals. I got to make the effort so that the side makes the effort. Right, I hope the Crows get a final swing, maybe out in the game. The Crows get a final swing, maybe out in the game or two. I think they get a finals opportunity. Like, I don't know if it's like the first round exit. I'm pretty confident in they do it. I just like it. I've been saying it for a while. I remember thinking the other year that people were going on a movie for it. I was like, I just don't see it. Like they don't have depth. They don't like injuries to Tex, injuries to Malera, injuries to it was a key defender. I forget his name. Murray. I'm getting, but I remember thinking like there just wasn't enough. And I just think I think you fix that, and your youngsters are just getting better and better. So personally, I think you make finals. I don't know if you might make top four. I had to come second, and then winning the granny. But that was my finals prediction. Go and watch it if you haven't seen. Oh, big fly from. Yeah, I was going to say, Watto went for a fly, and you went nowhere near it. And then, yes, it was a good break. But it's been back and forth for a while. I think get an actual shot here. Good interruption. Jeez. Oh, look, lots of pasta. Mate, I like both your name, and I hope that you're right as well. Like I don't think it's the Saints' year, and if I can somehow be the one of the few people to be like, yeah, Crows have got it done this year for sure. I'll be giving bragging rights. I'll go on all the socials, be like, since the ladder predictor thing I did earlier in the year, bang on. Well, you need me on the big screen, mate. Get me behind Fox. Give me the Daniel Hoyne role. I'll take it. Oh, I don't. Yeah. Oh, big kick out of completely missed. And like as a general pots of pasta, you got a great name. I love a pot of pasta. So, oh, that's a lot. That's not a pot. Either way, I would take a pot. I would take a lot of pasta. And big carbs, man. That's pretty much like carbs, a bit of like protein, a bit of veggie. That's my diet. Oh wow, I thought that'd be deliberate. I thought the crowd was upset because it was deliberate. Yeah, but if you're still there, lots of pasta, go have a look at the prediction video. I did like did a bunch of like off-season as well where I covered Adelaide in one of them too. So yeah, go have got multiple containers in the fridge. Oh, me a container of pasta. This is like, it's almost like things that shouldn't be on YouTube, man. Like that's almost sexy talk, Oh, the Bombers are getting a shot off. Oh, what a goal! I started making pretty inappropriate for YouTube there too. So we're all getting hot and flustered here. Big goal. Good little like middle of the ground check side. You don't see them very often. It's kind of the goals that like you love seeing. You've seen every video. Well, give a look at the actual ladder prediction if you haven't. But yeah, I had you second for the end of the year in my actual prediction. I had you winning the grand final, and I laid out every team's like defense, mid, ruck, and forward line as like a ranking sort of system as well. I did like a million simulations. So yeah, it was a bit of a math heavy video in some regards, but I tried to like not let it be that. Looks like Hawks have got it out of the center and are going forward. But yeah, we've got a few things coming up this year. Should be around about on a few channels. You've probably seen me pop up if you ever watch Saints TV on their channel a little bit this year, which will be nice. I'll get a bit of an outlet for St Kilda content and not have to like try and make a video about the whole league when I really just want to talk about the same. So like, yeah, it'll be good. Give me that outlet, and then yeah, I've got a few other things coming up as well. I think Joe on the same Fancast guys was chatting earlier this year about getting me on. We haven't had major chats since, but big year, so I'm assuming he'll probably get me in. something or another. There's a bunch of the things going on. There's a bunch of things. There's a bunch of people. We won't go through every name and all the plans, but yeah, nice. We've got some good years coming up. We've got a Chol shot at goal. He's looking good this year. He looks like he figured out the forward line. Can't remember who was saying it, but there was a creator, or maybe it was an actual media personality that was walking around saying that Chol was gonna like break out this year and kick 50 goals, that sort of thing. I didn't think it was really possible, but he's looking all right. He looked all right last week. He's looking all right this week. He hasn't quite got that one to sit, but I mean, reasonable action as well. I don't hate at all what I'm seeing from him. Hate's a strong word, but I mean, I think he's doing quite well. All right, so I think this is like one of the worst plays you can do at footy. Going from like kicking it out to the pocket and then deciding to immediately do a switch to the other pocket is possibly the worst like kick out play. And like they're still trying to get it out of their defense. I mean, they've done it. Oh, there was somebody open. Why? D'Ambrosio, great work. Oh, that was great work. That was great work. I might need to be back in 1 second. I'm gonna get a drink of water. It's just gone over the boundary line. You guys sit tight. I won't be very long. All right, we're back. Charles lining up again. I've already talked him up. I like Charles. I like his action. He's a little bit offline, but can he make up for it with his shot? He does. And look, this is probably game over at this point. I mean, I could be wrong, but and like we did, you know, we've seen crazier things happen last night, but I mean, I'd be stunned. Be stunned if Essendon pulled this one. 30 points against Hawthorn is a lot of them. Like get that 41 against. Sorry, you know, if he's still there. That name, I was trying to avoid saying it. But, all right. Joel's just like, come on, get over, get in. Draper tapped it down, but Sardis gets it to no one. Did I end up picking? I can't remember if I decided to drop Sardis or not. Oh, I did drop Sardis. All right, I went with Finn Sullivan. I'm all right with that. What are we looking at for scores? Let's quickly check that. Full match scores. Ooh. All right, not great. Sardis is on 22 though, so I'm kind of glad I didn't pick him. Cheers. We've got Reed with 32, Will Day with 55, and Sicily with 66. Don't have any high ownership players that maybe I missed. Kako as 42. I didn't end up going with Kako. And I didn't end up going with, what was his name? Roberts with 38. So, yeah. I mean, thoughts on James Sicily? I love the setup that Hawthorn has now. Like, he is a great, third man up defender. Battle's pretty good one-on-one. So is Barras. Sicily now gets to just do whatever he wants. I love it. Kako nearly gets an amazing shot off. But yeah, no, I think he plays really well. He's a bit of a little bit of a geek, I think. That's like behavior on the field, bit of white line fever. I don't think he's probably like that in real life, but I mean, honestly, he plays well. The freedom's going to be great for Hawthorn. I mean, the major worry I've had for the Hawks. Oh, somebody got flattened there. Somebody got turned around and flattened on ball, so off ball. So we're going to see a replay of that in a second. But yeah, I mean, like the one thing that I've always thought that the Hawks kind of just didn't have last year was somebody as like a key forward. Like they've got Lewis, or was it Mitchell? I forget his name. That's just been injured for a while because he was never great. And then, yeah, Cole Shadir kind of came out of nowhere. Chol, I didn't have a huge amount of faith in. Chol, he looks like he's getting better and better. It looks like he's clicking. In terms of Cal Shadir, he's injured, right, obviously, but I mean, he looks good. And now you've got Sicily that could potentially just do whatever he wants, go forward, kick a couple of goals. I think they're just designed to play finals. It's gotten over the back for the Bombers, and they've got a goal. I was already a point behind with them anyway, so let's put that up, right? Bombers are at 50. I mean, they should win it. Impossible. Sicily's stretching his calf with a bit of cramp. That's not really what we want to hear, considering he is one of our main guys in defence, but that's right. Gresham, man, I'm honestly glad he's not on the Saints anymore. Like, he is so frustrating to watch. If there's another player that I'm going to try and avoid speaking badly about because I don't rate them, whereas other Saints fans do. I don't love Hunter Clark. And it's because he's so hit and miss. Like, when he hits, he hits really good. He gets the ball down forward. He gets you into a position where you might get a goal. But when he misses, he turns it over in the most dangerous positions and really gives an opportunity to our opposition. Jeez, I thought the Bombers might get another goal there. But yeah, like Hunter Clark's one for me that his possessions are literally split almost into three in terms of effective disposal, essentially disposal that does nothing, ineffective disposal, or full turnover. Like he is, like it's gonna be one of those three. And normally, like you could forgive that from like a first, second year player, third year player, those sort of things. But once a player's kind of getting to the senior level, and it's like, hey man, like you haven't reduced the bad parts yet. Like that's kind of where we need you to get this going so we can get everything else going. And I haven't quite seen that penny drop for Hunter Clark. At least personally, sometimes you go to games and you see the running and behind the background and that sort of stuff. So I know Jakey's a big one, likes it, likes Hunter, and it might be just because Jakey gets to more games than I do. He does. I love going to a game, but don't have that sort of opportunity as much as he does. Might get some more so this year, actually, which would be good. Might even get to go with Jake at one point. We'll see. But Mark inside 50 to Martin. This is game on. If they get this, it's game on. Yeah, I don't know if that was really Mark inside at least, but Martin doesn't quite connect onto that one. This is developing. This game's coming along nicely. Hardwick's moved back. I mean, I love Hardwick as a defender. My two favorite small defenders in the league, Hardwick and Starcevic. Just both of them are guns. Well, aim on to Sicily. Sicily just almost juggled at about 5 meters or so. Oh, Bombers are inside. Oh, no. Langford hurts. Looks like something. It's waist down, right? He's limping. It looks maybe groin, calf. Oh, hamstring. Yeah, might be hamstring. Will Day just too strong. He is surprisingly strong for such a small looking dude. Watson with a chest mark. That was too easy. Turns it around, and this is going to be another go. Hawks just every time it looks like it's too much and that the Bombers are starting to come back, they get another go. It's like this has been scripted. AFL media conspiracies. Speaking of, I want to do a video on that one day. There's like some interesting math that I want to pull off at one. I'm not sure when, but there was some math done like many years ago that the NBA find like cheaters in their game, and want to replicate it on the AFL. I'm pretty sure it's already been done, but I wouldn't mind just double checking and see if we can find any cheaters. I mean, yeah, that's probably game. Yeah, I mean, that's seems like it, I mean, we got 3 minutes. Like, again, after yesterday, I'm so hesitant to really say anything. It's that I might try and grab from my phone. I don't like to use Twitter that much anymore. There's just a lot of trash on it, to be honest. I don't love it. But there is a couple of really good footy edits on that site, and one of them's essentially like a percentile checker on whether a team still has a chance. I think the Bombers would be still looking fairly good in that regard. Let me see if I can find them. But yeah, look, to be honest with you, I reckon you're right. Like Bombers need at least 4 goals, and like I don't know if they can kick more than like 6 more, 7 more, and Hawks will get 2 or 3. So yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I do think you're right. I think it's premature call. Right, I think you'll end up being right for it. What was it? I'm trying to find this dude. I cannot remember what his name was. Perkins, real crack. All right, can't find him. I'll see if I can find him another. Maybe I'll use that as a thing for the going forward. Perkins is all right. Big shot across the face there, but Taco tries to get a little one off. As much as he got that first goal by kicking it straight out of the air, I think he does have to try and take control, shake the tackle, get the shot a little bit more. That's a hamstring for Langford. All right. Well, we know what that is. I think, yeah. I feel like that's my best forward line. Oh my lord! Jesus! Oh, I really want to see Watson get like just an absolute screamer one day. Just such a small little player going for that. Ooh, kept it in. McGuinness has done a reasonable effort. It looks like Watto took a bit of a thumping from the ground. Oh, big shot. Oh, that could have been a car. That could have been a car. Is that a mark? Yeah. Watto's coming from the ground. Hopefully. Yeah, wow. I'm also behind in points for Essendon. I don't know how I get done. Yeah, completely. And more gets it as well. That might be. I think after last night, I'm very hesitant to say that sort of stuff, but back out to 30 points. There's a bit over a quarter left. I can't really see them getting enough to get it done, but all right. I mean, this place, do we think there's any chance? I'd say less than like. Yeah, finish off. No. Hello. Sigma, mate, how you doing? This has been good tonight. Really good. Good, mate. It's been a good night. I've been worried to ever say anything's going to happen after watching Richmond demolish the Blues out of nowhere, but yeah, like, I mean, it's been a great night. It's kind of gone the way you'd expect it to go. What about yourself, mate? You've enjoyed this match? What do you guys think? Has it kind of gone the way you expected? There's about 30 seconds left in the third, which is good. The Hawks are playing pretty damn well. They are playing pretty damn well, mate. I think it's pretty much wrapped at this point, to be honest. But again, you don't want to speak too early. We got Guinea having a. Is he going to have a long pin? I think he might. He hasn't quite got the accuracy on him. Mate, thank you very much. It means a lot. If you're watching this and you haven't subbed to us before, or if you haven't seen one of our videos before, go say hello, see those videos, and maybe give us a sub if you like it. But thank you very much, Sigma, mate. Yeah, all of those little steps help and mean a lot. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We started this about like a year or so ago now. There's like a couple of us on little bits and pieces in the background. I'm not the only person here, but just me, James, another mate here and there. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. Luke, it's we just try and take a new way of looking at things occasionally, if possible. We're really not trying to change the formula up at all. And if we can make it look a little different sometimes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Especially with my computer, man. Like I'm working on another video at the moment, and I nearly crashed that thing like 5 times. It just doesn't like it. It doesn't like me doing things, but you just got to keep trying. Sometimes you got to break it to figure out how to make a better version. So that's where we've been. That's where we're at. Slowly getting better, hopefully. But yeah, thank you very much for subbing. It does mean a lot, and yeah, we appreciate it. It's been about a year of this sort of stuff. Yeah, kind of didn't think we'd get this far this week. It's been really crazy. Really lovely people along the way too. So, I mean, wouldn't be here without yourself, without all the nice people that have jumped in the videos, watched them, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, thank you so much. I think you've probably got the win tonight. I think your Hawks have probably wrapped it up. But it's still worth watching. It's gonna be a good game. I think after last night, it's so hard to say anything with confidence now. Like I was so like, and like I was so convinced that Richmond were going to get like 3 wins for the year, and at not one time did I think that their first win was going to be at round 1 against Carlton. Not once. Like, okay, the only time I thought that would happen is when Dan Gorringe posted his stuff online, and I was like, oh, it'd be great karma if Richmond could win. Didn't think it'd happen. That was the only time I thought about that at all. Otherwise, there was like, why would you? I got to update this little ticker as well. I keep talking as little stats go. But yeah, man, I think you got it right. I'd be stunned if he didn't win it. I also think you guys are pretty deep in the finals this year, and you kind of just proven that it's not a fluke. What Hockball was a thing last year, and it's going to be a thing this year. It's time to pay attention if you haven't. So it's gonna be a good year. I think we see a bit of surprises. I've got a few falling out of the 8 that probably others don't. I really don't think Port's going to make it. I can't see why you'd start the succession plan before the season started. Like, I mean, at that point, you've convinced yourself that you're not making finals, or like if you do, you're going to put yourself into an awkward position. So I don't think they're letting themselves. So yeah, I think there's a few surprise packets up this year. I think Bevo might be on the chopping block if the injuries really cruel him. Yeah, it's an interesting season. We started off with a bang. I don't count opening round. Those 2 matches can bugger off. Never again. In fact, I've been saying this every time I'm doing anything. Fix the fixture in 2026. Get it going. Every little post, whatever. Fix the fixture. Stop the craziness. Stop giving 2 teams a week off in the year and starting 1 team late. It's just ridiculous. Like, the fixture is meant to be somewhat balanced. The least balanced it's ever been. Oh, Nick Watson, we've just got that replay a couple of times, and he had to hit just the ground. It just whipped into it with the replay a couple of times. But yeah, it just whipped into it. It looks like Langford has done his hammy. He's iced it now. He's done for the game. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about with Essendon. With my review of Essendon, it was
Essendon has good 18 to 22. Outside that, there's not enough experience, like to even determine if they're good. So I don't know. And the problem is all their good players are very injury prone. We're looking at Ridley now, got a concussion test, seemed to have passed it. But all their good players at Essendon are very injury prone. Whether you're looking at the hamstring to Langford there, you look at, I think it was calf after calf to last year for Ridley. We've got Parrish out at the moment. Like some of their best players have just had injuries for the last few years. So I think they're starting 18, 22, that sort of group is not bad. I just can't see them playing more than half the year, at least half of them. So then you're looking at kids, and then probably got them for. I've got them second last for this year's Bombers. Bombers fans, I know you're not going to like that one, but I don't have the facts in the 8 either. So I'm just being real. This is just what I think. And that's mostly from looking at numbers. And numbers can be quite wrong too. So who knows? We just bounced the ball in the fourth quarter. I think I'm a little bit behind some of you, maybe about 20 or so seconds. And we've got a straight tackle to Meek, and it's at the half forward line for the Bombers. They just run it backwards trying to find some space and time to get it forward free. But nobody gets free. That's a stick straight to 16. Just shocking. Those sort of 40 minutes, like, the sticks over 40 meters in the AFL drop below 50%. As general, across the AFL, that's the case for a number of. In terms of 40-meter kicks, you can do that 40-meter kick along the boundary that Hawthorn did because you're aiming to get it over the boundary. You want that 50-50 contest, technically a win under the global rules. You want it to go over the boundary so that you get that meter exchange. 40 plus meters is a good thing. When you're doing a 40 plus meter kick into a dangerous area, it needs to hit the target, otherwise you're likely to turn it over. It has been the case forever. And you want to see it again. It ends up in Essendon's hands. They're going to run it through the center. Roberts tries to find some free space. Again, another sort of 40-meter kick to the other one. But he's not holding the ball. It's not. What? That's pretty. And always another point. As a general, there's elements of problems, fine, whatever. When you're young, when your best players get in, you think will happen at the moment this year. I just don't see how do you let that happen? Oh my lord, Sicily just bombed it off to Impey. Impey's got it. This is one kick, two kicks, mark inside 50. Two kick mark inside. I don't think I've seen him play that move in a while. That is, we talked about earlier what is a really good kick outside of 50 and a really bad kick outside of 50. That is a good one. That is just your perfect direct play. You're not chipping it to the pocket, closing up your opportunity and space. That's incredibly good play. Incredibly good play. You get a good shot here. I think this is probably a goal. You don't do a play like that and miss it. I'm going to call it early. Go. You got it. All right. I didn't think you had that. All right, man. We need that. All right. So we got a 37-point lead. It is over at this point. Yeah, it's you're not going to get a win when you kind of screw those in the entries.
That was amazing. That was great. That was the first goal. I don't think I've seen a better one in a while. And to be honest, I watched a lot of matches last year. I sat down and did watch a ton of them. Didn't stream it. Don't know why. Should have. Oh, another tap out straight to Meg. Meg gets his own tap back. He chips it inside 50. It's going to be a push in the back. So, and it ends up in Shields' hands. Shields going to go off the half back line. Tries to get it to Gresham in a one-on-one against Sicily. Somehow it ends up in Draper's hands, and he's going to take a ping from deep. Big ping outside in the floor. Just like nothing. Just not cool at all. Draper's one of those ones where, Bombers fans are going to hate it, but you go away with that. Like, he's not. And, some Bombers fans probably think that already, but he's not very good. He's just not that good. He'd be an all right backup, right? He'd be a great backup, right? But he can't really go forward. Those moments, you go to Hollywood instead of doing what's needed. It's just, you're better off getting as much as you can back from Adelaide. We'll probably pick him up at the end of the year. There's a lot of work about that in case the people watching are somehow unaware. But it seems like Draco will end up at Adelaide at the end of the year. Probably the Crows as well. Caldwell has managed to get a goal here. So it's maybe not game over, but not really game on yet either. 4-7-91, 2, 8, 12, 60. Bombers trailed by 31 points. And it's been an all right match. It's not a match you'd be happy with as a Bombers player. But personally, I didn't give you a chance of this goal. So, to be honest with you, I think it's reasonable. I just got the end. All right. The problem is, right, the scoring shots are there. The accuracy wasn't. The delivery inside 50 hasn't been great. They're just taking advantage of your opportunity hasn't been great. We'll look at some of the stats at the end of this. But yeah, it's all tackle. But 360 spin, ended up getting a handball out. Going to be another jump ball in the centre. One more goal at this point in the game, and it's looking like it's going to happen pretty soon. McDonald gets it back to Nash, but Nash nearly falls over. Let's look at some of the stats quickly as well for Supercoach. I'm not much of a fantasy man, but I do love my Supercoach. Oh, shocker kick from Stardust. I'm glad I avoided him. Caddy goes long. And it's over the line to the throwing. Doesn't quite make it. Will Day has fallen off a cliff. 65. I'm wishing I went Finn Callahan now. Damn. Can the Bombers actually get a shot here? No, gets stripped out of Gresham's hand. Ends up back in Meek. Meek gets tackled, but gets it back out and gets it back out. Newton gets a shocking little tumble top out. And, Durham slips, goes over the line. It's going to be a throw. I feel like we need some long shots out there, boys. What's going on? This isn't normal. We've seen players falling over all match. I'm pretty sure everybody wears molds these days, but another just shocking nothing pass from Trevor. If the Bombers can get a first round pick back from Adelaide, hopefully from somebody else, to be honest, because I have them rated pretty high this year. I reckon they'll be top 4. If Bombers can get something better than a top 4, like a sort of 15 to 20 pick for Draper, then I'd probably. Brian, to me, has been all right tonight. Not great. He's shown a bit in other matches and other seasons as well. So, I mean, if you're debating paying Draper a lot or letting him go, getting a bit of collateral to build your future around, and just getting similar results out of Brian, then I can't see why you would keep him around, to be honest. Touch on the line from Sicily. He's been everywhere tonight. He's just been. There's been no. I mean, he's a defender, right? But he plays so offensively. There's been no accountment from the Bombers. He does a cheap little thing into the pocket, and they've managed to get out to the 50. But this is nearly game. I mean, this is game. 15 minutes left. I think at this point we can start thinking about the next matches for the round. Got a few. We've got the Bombers trying again. Going forward. 30 points down. 5 goals. Can Draper get a mark? No. He gets the ground. Can Gresham put on enough pressure? He does and gets the ball back. Does a shake. Gets a shot off. Gets a goal. Gresham gets his once every 3 weeks sort of highlights. You need it. If you're going to win this game, you needed that. I don't think this is Oh, really? Did you go off with the I thought he went off. That's it. Okay. Good little shaking back there from Gresham. He does that every 2 3 weeks. He's not a bad player, Gresham. I love him. Just probably not always doing the defensive work, which he did then and got him the goal. So we love Gresh. We love it when he does the little things. We love it when he gets those goals. It's not game over yet. It's not. It could pretty close, but it's not yet. So good. I'm happy with what we're seeing. Hawthorn's doing all right. Like as a general, this has been what you'd expect of them. They should get the win, but there is enough time to get that many points. Unless Weddle goes forward, takes a mark in front of the pack, putting his big mitts in the air. Nobody's stopping that. Nobody's stopping that. Right. Can he actually get the goal, though? Basically end the match. Yeah. And that should be all but game. I mean, it's been a reasonable match. Every time Essendon's come close enough to saying they're in with a shot, they get stopped, to be honest. And I mean, that's kind of what you'd expect as a good side. And Hawthorn, all we can tell, is a good side. They ended the season strongly last year. They've started this season strongly. This is game 2, remember, we've seen them. We know they can do this already. We know that this is a 2025. So, is it something they can maintain for the year? That's the big question. Is it something Weddle, Rattle, Scrimshaw, everybody can do for a year straight? Oh, with a big tap goes forward. Let's go around the neck again. This has to be paid. You've got to pay them. That's it. I haven't paid them also. And like in some regards, if you can maybe do that safely, then regret it. But there's so many chances where that could go wrong, right? Like, and we're punishing the app. We're not punishing the app. So it's just going straight back in. Thankfully, not a mark, but it could be a shot very easily. Caldwell gets wrapped up quickly on Newcombe. This is all we got. I mean, we got 12.5 minutes left. 30 points. Hawks are deep into their forward line. I mean, once you hit 100 points, the chance of losing it drops to about. There's a spectrum from like how close you are, but I think if you're outside 20 points and the other team hits 100, memory the chances of losing are less than one in. So nearly, I mean, you'd say it's nearly nothing, but it's playing on. How is that a smother? How is that a spoil, rather? I don't even think, I don't think, what's his name, do it like that. I don't think, Sicily thought like that. Oh, big, strong mark from Harry Mackay. Then, Martin's going to half back. I don't think yes. Like it's 5 goals. It's achievable, but I mean, you nearly like you'd have to kick a 30 score every 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we've had a good game. Essendon's put in a reasonable effort. They haven't been stomped out of the match. They've on the edge of being competitive for the whole match. There's just elements of the game that are gonna lead to this sort of result. And we'll quickly touch on some of those because we are kind of getting towards it. Now, if Essendon can go inside and be efficient, which they do get a mark from Draper, if Draper can score is a different question. But we've seen a very high disposal efficiency from Hawthorn. Seen pretty average levels from the Bombers, similar inside 50 efficiency numbers. That's again about it higher than it normally is. When you look at stoppage numbers, interestingly, we have seen Essendon pretty much dominate tonight, but doing nothing with it. Now, that should happen when you've got 2 ruckmen. Speaking of, one of those ruckmen just got a goal. This isn't game over yet. It's not. I mean, I don't think it's going on, but it's 73 to 97. It's not going over. Oh, I don't think we can see another upset like last night. It just feels unlikely. Got way more level marking now than before. Marks inside 50 still very heavily favouring Hawthorn. 1% is bounces are going this way. And speaking of it, he's bounced in the centre again. It's tapped over the back from Meek, and it ends up inside 50. But it is not mark. It's tackled as he grabs it from Grant. They're trying to move it across the ground, but it's a big smother by Watson. It's end up in a Hawthorn's hands. They're going to end up in a 1-on-1 inside 50, and it gets back over the line for a throw-in. They appeal for the deliberate. I didn't get it, unfortunately. Wow. Biggest home and away crowd that has ever watched these two play live. I feel like that's a Surf Swamp stat that has been stolen. Oh, Watson's got to chill out. We're gonna stop sharing because we don't need to get this. Still in the match. About 9 minutes left. Not going over yet. If the Bombers can move this forward, they are. He's got it. He tries to go back to Merritt, but he doesn't hit the target. Merritt, Paco, trying to do something on ground. Merritt slaps it out. Not game over. Gozma gets the shot off. And this could be a second ridiculous upset in 2 days. Hawthorn should just be doing better than this. This should be game over. It should have been game over a couple of times now. I've got one tip right this year. I can't do this. I need to get more tips than this. This is bad. I should be getting more. I say I'm a stats man sort of thing. I do the data stuff. I gotta get my tips right. All right, Calvin, one more goal, and you're still 20 points up, over 100. You get into that bracket of very, very unlikely to lose. I think it requires like 5 minutes left as well. There's a few filters to make that thing work. Oh, it's out. Hawthorn's going to get an opportunity. No, they're not. Big smother. McDonald. 10 more. Okay. We might have seen it. We might have seen the for the, 100th time I've said it tonight. That should be game. That is 16-7-103 to 11-13-99. 79. That's I need a bit of luck in those. It's just not been going my way. Everyone I think is going to win. As been winning. I picked one. I picked the Hawks to win last week. That was it. All right. Get these yawns. I feel old. I feel real old. It's just, it's looking more and more like technically Essendon can still do it. They're going to win another out of the centre. Oh, big smother. Massive smother. This is hot potato footy. And there's going to be a free for a high. Battle with the Falcons, brother. Something you want to see, you know. I love the Falcons, man. Because they don't hurt the player too much. How is that 15? There's no way that's 15. There's no way that's 15. Down the line, 2 1-on-1. Gets the ground. Essendon's got it. Paco finds some free space to centre half back. Shield goes down the centre and just terrible decision making, terrible execution. It's just not good footy. Oh, Draper with a big float back gets a mark. Hawthorn need this to be a win because this is I mean, Essendon aren't meant to be that good. Likewise with Carlton last night. It's just not meant to be that great. They're running, 1-on-1 inside 50. That was smothered. Merritt tackled by Wendell. Ends up in Caddy's hand with a big kick. Ryan is a 50. My apologies. And it's not a mark. It goes over the line. It's going to be a throw-in. Not quite the level of last night, but entertaining nonetheless. There's something wrong with Paris. That was weird. It was very weird. All right. Oh, Draper goes for the big mark. Doesn't quite get the bits to stick. Battle gets caught with it, but he gets it out. Merritt gets a snap, and there is no mark to Jones and Hawthorn are free. Even in Jersey, go for it, but he ends up rolling over the line. It's gonna be a throw-in. 4.5 minutes left. Game is on the line. It's been a good match. It's been a good match. Essendon has probably lost it at this point. They need to go right now if they're going to keep this sort of making me look like a fool situation going on, which they've done reasonably well tonight. Perkins with a big kick inside 50. Oh, Merritt snaps. They're doing it every time. Every time, I reckon they are done. They just say no. They say, hey, what do you want to do this? We've been waiting all off season. Give an opportunity like this. It's not game over. They need another goal, but like, wow, every time I thought this was over, it's not. They're like, it's so consistently every time I think there's a time. I'm going to say it again. The Bombers need a goal or it's over. Like, it's 3 and a bit minutes left. There's a bit over 3 goals to go, or a bit over 2 goals. It's straight out of the guts from Hawthorn. And it's going to be a mark.
Hawthorn just keeps doing this. Like every time they just so consistently back and forward. It's entertaining. Not the same as last night. Last night was edgy, yeah. You see stuff. But this is still good. I mean, if they can miss it, McGuinness is lining up. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again because I think it's true, and I keep thinking it's true, but you know, it hasn't been. There's got to be game, right? Like, it's the 7th time I said it, like if not later. But that's got to be game. Like the Bombers would need to kick 2 goals in like a minute at this point for it to not, for it to still be a contest. It feels like, it feels like this is just one of those ones where it should be, it should have been over a while ago. And we're seeing a team not give up, which is good. Like you want to see teams like really give the crap. Yeah, I just think we'd be sitting here this late in the game. It potentially wouldn't be over. Weird hit between players there. What was that? McGuinness and maybe. But this is nearly game over. Nash to McGuinness.
This might be it. We're going down inside 50 for what could be one of the last times tonight. 3 minutes to go. Hawthorn goes deep inside 50. Can Chol get his mitts on it? No, it's over the back and tapped over by Shield, who's unsure. And he is going for a cramp. He's just stretchy. It's all right. Nothing major. Redmond down the guts. They need it. They need a mark down the line. They don't get it. Day gets it to ground. Meek tries to hand pass the ball, but it really doesn't get anywhere. And the Bombers have it. There's 2 minutes 40 left. They're not doing it. that looked like that nearly turned that one over. All right, this has got to be game over. I'm not looking at this anymore. Okay, that turned good. All right, it's going to be a shocking snap, and it's out in the full goal. Looks at it. I mean, reasonable game. End of the day, I think we're all pretty happy with this. It's a little bit off on my end. I need to add another point onto the Hawks, but really good match. I don't think anybody really expected us. I mean, maybe I'm not. Maybe the diehard fans thought that this was like the expectation, if not better. But I mean, I didn't. Will Day has got a mark now 50 out. I think he just holds this up. I don't even know if he takes the shot, to be honest. He's looking like he's cramped. But yeah, I mean, this is better results than I expected from Essendon. I didn't think they'd kick 10 goals. So I thought this was going to be a 50-point ball. So this has been a reasonable effort. I still would have them around that sort of bottom four area. And you see why tonight. They're starting 18 or so is reasonable, but this reasonable 18 or so are very prone to injury. We've seen it already. So I just can't see that starting inside really playing a lot of footy this coming year. And because of that, yeah, we're thanks, mother, but because of that, I've got Essendon. Yeah, I don't think they're a bad side. I think they've got a fair amount to work with to build on. But they need to start building, and I think they realised it in this off season and whatnot. They probably not close enough to a flag to get it done with the core that they have. So it's time to look at what you can do going forward. I mentioned it tonight. Draper's probably one you can lose. Brian keeps developing. Yeah, I mean, look, it's game over, but it's been a fair effort. If they can get one more on the board as well, they look very good out of their results. Do it, but every time I've said that, I've been reasonable mark there from Frost. Frosty bangs it out on his boot nowhere, and it ends up back in the Bombers' hands. Can they get a shot? Oh, there've been so many slips. I hope Martin's all right, and he's just I hope he's not hurt and just embarrassed. Yeah, that's pretty much sums up the Bombers' night. Couldn't have said it better. Just falling over at crucial times, not clean with disposal. Yeah, tough. Being a Bombers fan, I think you're in for a few more years. To be honest, I don't see it turning around. Not with this lineup. So for me, it's like, is it going to happen next year then? Or not? So Bombers, I think it's starting to really retool. Start trying to get into that position. That corner seems bad. Bottom left of the screen. What this corner? This corner? Yeah. I don't know what to think. They are shocking. They should be other guys. Sorry, bro. I mean, Bombers have got a good 18, but beyond that, it's their long term isn't great. They're not going to do it this year. They're not going to do it next year. Or at least just incredibly unlikely. So, I mean, let's do a quick little look over something for the Bombers, right? So, Bombers, want to see their age. So, Essendon average age. That's what 41 is that? So, 2 seconds, we'll pull up Essendon's playing list. Have a quick look over it. Because realistically, I think there's I think we kind of most of them probably know where the problems are at, but let's get to discuss it. Let's just go to age. Todd Goldstein, we're not even really going to think about him. He's going to barely play this year. Dylan Steele, is he surviving? And for how long? I don't think he's really going to give this team lots in the long term. I also don't think there's a ton of depth. So for me, he probably stays. Zach Merritt, is this 2025? Do they still have Laverde on their list? Not sure. Zach Merritt, obviously. Laverde is pretty good. Right. Not great. Now, these two players, they're not really going to play. And is it worth keeping them becomes the question, right? Because they have experienced bodies. They have experience in the lineup. But are they really helping? I'd say Peter Wright has better stroke than Jason Laverde. This site seems to agree. But yeah, like it's not great. Let's quickly look at the base. We've got experience 11th. That's going to be the average is about 70 odd games of experience. Age they're 15th, so they're quite young. Goals, yeah, not great. Coaches votes, not great. Roundler votes, yeah, not great. So we'll get back to that. Now we've basically written off Goldstein. We've said that Steele's probably not very helpful. We're saying that Merritt's, good player, right? Very good player. If we look at Laverde and Wright, maybe you keep it. Maybe. Carl Langford, good player. Darcy Parish, we'll see. He's been injured a fair bit. Wealthy, yeah. I mean, he's 27. He hasn't really come on a ton. He's been injured a bit. Jay Gresham, similar boat. He's probably a little bit better rated than Wealthy on this side of Grace, but yeah, 27, not amazing. And at this point, we've got one amazing player of 27 or older. So, and they're 29. We probably agree that Mason Redmond's not bad. Okay, probably got his lovers and his haters. Fred Goat, he's a goat in the certain formats, but maybe not all the time. McGrath, honestly, a fair letdown for a number one draft pick. And then you've got Draper and Ridley. So we get down to 25, and I would say Ridley, Redmond, and maybe some other players are quite useful. Not a ton. Underneath that, yeah, you've got a little bit to work, a bit more being built now, right? But it's really the game prior of 2025. So games prior. I mean, let's say Nick Martin, right? Who was turning 25 this year. Maybe we're looking at Owen Davey coming on one. I don't mind Nick Bryan. Jackson Pryor, maybe, who knows? Menzies honestly isn't terrible. He could be better, but he's not their worst. I'm honestly say I wouldn't put it close to their worst. I want the starters real. What is he showing? We've seen more from some of the players in and Zach Reed, who's played about 6 or 7 games. So I don't think we can really say there's going to be a ton out. Nate Caddy, probably pretty good. Zach Reed, all right. Archie Roberts, yeah, all right. And then we've kind of got a big depth of nothing. Underneath sort of 25 years old, there's just not a ton of experience. I mean, it's not really people I turn to if you're really, really trying to rebuild a footy club. At this point, the Bombers need a lot of retooling. It's time to go back to the draft. It's time to give up these finals hopes, if I'm honest. And because too many of the players you're going to rely on this year are going to get injured. I mean, if you were to lose Zach Merritt, this stuff completely falls apart. Like, the defense fell apart the second at half-time here. Went down. We've got other issues in terms of just not really knowing what to do. Like, why have you still got the on the list? Why have you still got the Rice on the list? I mean, if you're not going to play, right, Verdun might get it, but right, you probably. It's time to reassess things as an Essendon supporter. You don't want to get to 10,000 days without a win. So, yeah, and look, teams have done it before. Memory worst is Sydney or Bloods many years back. But Essendon's not. They played well tonight, but the length of season will lead to further injuries to their stars as they're older, and they've shown injuries against them. So time to retool as Essendon fans. It's time to be excited as Hawthorn fans. Got the job done. Came back and showed that hey, this wasn't some hot ball stuff. We ain't gone like the hot tour, man. We're sticking around. We're playing good footy. We're older. We're more developed. We still do some selfies with the fans, but it's probably not the same anymore. We're different. We're going to be bigger. We're going to be better. And look, they've shown it. I think Hawthorn primed for a top 4 finish. I have them 4th in my prediction. I think there's maybe one wrong in there. By those things, I'm not liking the Pies as much as I did at the start of the season, but it's been one round. Hasn't even been around yet. So, thank you very much for joining. Look, I pretty much done it. I really wanted to maybe do some again, but I think it's pretty much over at this point. It was a great win to Hawthorn. Thank you very much for everybody popped in and said hello. It was good to have some people to chat to. I'll be back for the Saints match. I've got some stat heavy videos coming up. There's some interesting ones. I'm chatting with a few people that I think you'll enjoy if you can hear their thoughts, because I don't want to steal their ideas. But yeah, we've got some interviews coming up, which will be great. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. You'll get a new video from me pretty soon. Keep an eye out on alternative channels as well. I think you might see me next week. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm out. This is Woody. This is Wooden Spoon Data. Have a good one. Cheers.